Good day! Welcome to the official MCGC Virtual Tour. Here, we will explore the entirety of MGC, from the cafeterias to the lecture hall, music rooms, library, and many more. The best part? You get to experience all of this from your very own homes, through the use of Minecraft.
To start off the virtual tour, the first thing you will see is our new school building. Its height and smooth design leave us with a majestic view. To the left, you will see Treston, the neighboring building that MGC students once used during our school's groundbreaking, when there weren't enough classrooms to house all our students at the time. Mrs. Fields, a cafe and shop loved by many of us students, can be seen to the right of Treston. While our build isn't an exact replication of the actual Mrs. Fields, we definitely say that it's just as comfy and inviting. This area, aside from it being a great place to gather with friends, is also the area where players who join the server can obtain and put on our custom-made school uniforms. Finally, before we enter the school, you can see the art mural beside MGC, which was once a Pokestop the students of our school would visit often during their free time.
When you enter the school, the first place you'll see is Lobby 1, the main entrance to our school building. On your right, you will see the bookstore, where we can photocopy papers and books. IDs, pins, and ties may also be purchased. In front of the bookstore, we can also see Lobby 2, where many of us spent our childhood playing in. And past that, the parking lot, where many cars pass by to drop off and fetch students.
Continuing our tour of the ground floor, our next destination is the preschool department. This department is home to our younger and newer students. We have classrooms for pre-nursery, Sinai, nursery, Moriah, and kindergarten, Grism. Unfortunately, since we were not able to replicate the playground, we decided to turn it into a parkour challenge for players who joined the server instead. Exiting the preschool department, we come across the admin office. The admin office is where you can find our school admin, including our principal, working. It's quite spacious, with a meeting room and pantry, as well as other comfy general spaces.
Turning right, we are now headed towards the art room. The art room is a facility aimed to unleash the creative and artistic minds of the students. Here, the intermediate department students create what they imagine. Next, we have our first computer lab. This is where students have their first taste of computer classes. They learn basic online etiquette and how to type properly.
One of the reasons that the second floor is visited quite frequently, even by students who don't study on that floor, is the cafeteria. This is where students and teachers alike buy food and drinks during snack, lunch, and dismissal times. It is a place of relaxation, but also, at the same time, a hotspot for conversations. Trailing back a bit on our way to the cafeteria, we can see the clinic. The clinic is fully equipped to aid any student, teacher, or any other staff member requiring support or healthcare. Aside from the clinic, there are also the Cana, Bethany, and Jericho classrooms, where some of our younger New Lifers are educated.
Moving on to the third floor, we have the library. The library features books from a variety of genres and types, such as fiction, textbook, non-fiction, fantasy, Filipino, Chinese, and more. It's a place where students and teachers alike can relax and read a book to take a break from all the school activities. Our older students usually visit to look for references for their research papers. Close to it is a drum room. You might occasionally hear AMP students playing the drums as you pass by the room. On the opposite end of the hallway, we see the Scholastic Room. The Scholastic Room is where students attend their scholastic class to enrich their vocabulary, spelling, grammar, and more. Nearby, there's also the Voice Room, where the AMP voice students sing.
After heading up the stairs to the fourth floor and turning right, you will find the Home Economics room at the end of the hallway. Here, Ms. C has her home economics lessons where students learn various skills and cook dishes such as salad, salsa, sandwiches, and much more. On the other end of the hallway, we have the second cafeteria, another frequently visited area. Some popular food choices from this cafeteria include pizza and the school-famous siomai rice. Inside the cafeteria is the band room, where the whales practice every lunchtime to prepare for worship at the coral reef fellowships that occur every Friday.
Above the fourth floor lies the fifth floor, where multiple specialized rooms are located, one of them being the robotics room. In the robotics room are contraptions that most of us have never seen before. Robots of all kinds and for a variety of purposes are made here. Right beside the robotics room is the AVR, which is the venue for most major formal events that take place in our school. The large and brightly illuminated stage is a vision to see from one of our many audience seats. And of course, successful performances and events on this stage are impossible without the people working the tech booth supporting it. Going out the backstage of the AVR, at the end of the hallway, is the Bio Lab, where in our high school, STEM senior high, and occasionally our younger students too, perform numerous experiments, such as the infamous frog and pig's heart dissection. All our facilities are functional and safe to use under the supervision of a teacher. For those future surgeons or scientists out there, this will be heaven on earth with the amount of interesting experiments that we do here. Coming out of the biolab, you might notice a splash of color amongst the more neutral walls of the fifth floor. And this splash of color comes from none other than the fifth floor student lounge. The fifth floor student lounge is one of the most popular and frequently visited areas of our school. We students often use it to work on group works or study, or just hang out and have fun with friends.
Entering the sixth floor, where our senior high students most commonly reside, we see our one and only lecture hall to our right. The lecture hall is another venue where we often host school events. We have school talks, coral reef fellowships, and even plays like Florenta and Laura were held here. The senior high school student lounge, which is actually a social impact project just like this one, by our school's first batch of alumni, can also be found on this floor. Here, students can both work and take breaks from all their school activities to hang out with their friends.
We are now at the biggest facility of our school, the gym. Upon climbing up the stairs and opening the door to the gym, the first thing that you would see is the basketball court, which also serves as the venue for school events such as our annual Christmas fair. If you turn towards your left, you would see the badminton court, along with our signature MGC New Life labeled bleachers. And just a bit further past the bleachers and the badminton court is the rock climbing wall, which we've transformed into another fun parkour our players can try out and challenge. On the right side of our gym, we also have a volleyball court, which students often visit during lunchtime to play volleyball with both batchmates and non-batchmates alike. There are two different sides to the 8th floor of our school. One of them houses the table tennis room, which is near the entrance. And on the far opposite side of this room, we have the gym room. Besides these rooms, other rooms in the gym include the bathrooms, shower rooms, locker rooms, and more.
This marks the end of the MCGC Virtual Tour. We hope you had fun reminiscing and remembering our school during the pre-pandemic phase. We also hope that you were all able to fondly recall the memories you made with your friends, classmates, teachers, and schoolmates in all the wonderful places built in the MCGC server. Thank you for supporting our project, and we hope you enjoyed the tour!